I've had a little bit of an accident when it comes to my systems in my fish house. More specifically, this large system here. In my last update of this tank system, everything was looking pretty good. It was all maturing at the right pace. It was all looking exceptional. And I was very, very happy with it. Unfortunately, just over a week ago, before the Christmas period really kicked in, I did a water change. And this is nothing out of the ordinary. I do water changes on this system once a month. And I do about a 50% change. You can see my sump where my markers are. So this is a 450 litre tank and I drain it all the way down there. So I take out about 250 litres, which actually is about a third of the system. And I've done that on this system now about 4 or 5 times and it's all gone really well. You can see how I do it here. I've got a barrel with a stopcock, comes out of this RO unit, and then I just drain it and refill. And one thing I wanted to do before Christmas is do my aquarium maintenance, because I didn't want this system to suffer through neglect. And through doing that, I've actually caused more harm than good. What happened, I think, is my RO unit sort of failed. I don't really know why or how, but I'll show you the water that's coming out of my RO unit. It's 259 or 260 ppm, still going up. And it shouldn't be anywhere near that. It should be like, when I tested it for the first time, it was at 0. So something has gone dramatically wrong in the RO unit. I can only assume that one of the seals on the membrane has gone, or I don't know. I haven't really dissected it yet, but that is the issue. Essentially what I've done is put 250 litres of untreated tap water, obviously with salt, into this system. And as you can see, tap water is never a good idea to be adding to a saltwater system. And you can see the results of it, can't you? It's pretty atrocious. All of my algae is now covered in diatoms and hair algae and cyanobacteria. Things have stopped growing as well as they had. My corals, this xenia here was really happy at one point, but now it's gone in. I haven't seen the polyps on this xenia for well over a week. This mushroom sort of exploded. This xenia now has finally come out. Literally, this is the first day that it started to show its polyps again. So I can assume whatever is in this tap water, which has made everything unhappy, is starting to dissipate. I had to take my hard corals out because they just essentially shrunk in on themselves. So it's all looking really annoying. Also, one of my Amphius died. It just died. I saw it in the morning being eaten by this anemone. So I can assume it was probably the chlorine or something in the tap water, because I didn't know, been unwell as well, I didn't know that I just dumped tap water in here. And this is the problem. I assumed everything was working. I assumed that my RO unit would work exactly the same way it has done previously, and it's a new RO unit. I've only had it about 6 months, so there's no reason, or there was no reason for me to suspect that anything would go wrong. And it's just a bit of a disaster, because this is a new system anyway, and it was just starting to mature nicely. I don't know if you watched my last video, but we were just getting to that point where everything was just starting to grow, the tanks were maturing, and we were really happy. But now we're back to basically week 4 of a mature tank, so we have to go through this diatom bloom and cyanobacteria bloom again. All my macroalgae are getting covered and being stifled by the rubbish in this system. Now I could flush the system through with another load of water, but I think it's a bit late now. The damage has been done now. I didn't notice anything was wrong because I basically did the water change and then it was like Christmas, and also I had like the worst cold I've ever had. Not COVID, but the worst cold I've ever had. So this whole shed got left for a couple of days, probably 3 or 4 days, and I just didn't even come in here. And I came in here and now it's like this. Not good. Very displeased. Moving forward, I think what I'm going to have to do is just wait it out. There's not a great deal I can do. I've put some dechlorinator in, I put some Chem Prime just to try and soak up any of the heavy metals and chlorine, and since I've done that, the Xenia came out, so I guess that's absorbed something, but it's just really annoyed me. And it just goes to show that you should continuously monitor your equipment. Don't assume things are going to work the same way that they did last time, because this is the tail that you should think about. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what was going on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video and learnt a lesson from my mistake. Once again, thanks for watching and happy fish keeping.